Hey guys, welcome back to the QZ Show, the number one YouTube channel in America for sports news. I'm your host, as always, Quinn Peplo, alongside Mateo Zavala and Michael
Howdy.
Testa. We have some more NFL free agency news. First, let's start off with the signing of Kenny Galladay to the Giants. 4 years, $72 million.
That's a fat contract. He'd be rolling the Benjis. Say
Yeah,
that
it's a fat contract. He deserves it. He deserves it for sure. I think he's a number one receiver.
for sure.
This
But he's probably gonna be healthy the whole season. So that's gonna be a huge plus to the Giants offense.
Yeah, I think he'll be a really good asset to the Giants. The Giants, I think they're going to be a lot better next year because they have Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram. They signed John Ross too, who has the fastest 40 time in the
Ever in
combine.
history, in the combine history, yeah.
They also have Saquon Barkley, who will be healthy next season,
By the
coming
time
off
the season
his
starts.
pretty sure, or he might be healthy by like week 4. He'll be playing
Yeah.
next season though.
Yeah, because he got injured like in week 2 against Chicago.
Yeah, week 2 or week 3,
Yeah, against
an
Chicago.
MCL and ACL injury. Galladay, I think he's the best, one of the best receivers on the market. He's like top 3. He's only played 4 seasons. He's had 2 1,000-yard plus seasons. He's a one-time Pro Bowler. I think he's gonna do some damage. I think Daniel Jones, he'll be his number one target, and he could get more. He's gonna get more than 1,000 yards receiving.
Yeah, I mean, just like the going with the few games that he has played last season, he showed that he is like a top talent.
He is, but he just had a bad season because he just kept getting injured. He
Yeah, no,
tweaked
but
his
I'm saying
hamstring a lot.
like the game that he has played, he showed like he can play, like still play.
Yeah,
Be like that top receiver that everyone been hyping him about. But just like the Giants have their defense set up, they signed Leonard Williams to a huge contract.
yeah. The Giants had a great defense last season too.
Yeah, Self Rising, they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and they were only one game behind Washington. The Giants were 6-10. Washington was 7-9. So I think it's either Giants Washington for like that division next year.
Yeah.
Um,
And with like all the other sign, I mean, okay, here comes my rant. Ryan Pace needs to go away. He needs to be fired. He needs to be away. Releasing Kyle Fuller, which Kyle Fuller is an all-pro corner.
He's a Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler, whatever.
I don't feel like he's an all-pro.
He was an all-pro.
Good.
He was a former all-pro. But, I mean, good for him, though, for signing back with Vic Fangio, which he was his defensive coordinator for Fuller when he had those all-pro seasons. And also, the Broncos are going to be a scary team.
They're going to be okay. Depends on
the defensive side. On the defensive side, they're going to be scary.
Yeah. Their offense, they need to get stuff together. They're still probably going to have Drew Lock as their starter. So I don't see them doing as much damage as people might think.
He's not as good as John Elway's been hyping them up.
John Elway?
Yeah, he's been hyping up like when he first like got like picked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't shown that much potential. So it's just like it's kind of like a lose-lose. A lose-win situation because they got a stellar defense coming in with Justin Simmons, who just signed a big deal as well.
Yeah. And they still have Callahan, right?
Yeah, former Bear too.
Yeah, he's an all-pro to me. He's one of the best DBs in the league. He's better than Kyle Fuller.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And the Texans are going over. They have like 3 decent running backs with Philip Lindsay, Mark Ingram, and David Johnson.
Yeah, but like Mark Ingram's old. He's like 32.
Yeah, I mean
he's not going to have a great season.
No. He'd be
their best running back, I would say, is Philip Lindsay. David Johnson is pretty washed.
He's not as good as he used to be. He's injury prone too.
That too. Mark Ingram is getting kind of injury prone because he's getting older, and the injuries have been weighing him down, especially this season. He only had like 300 rushing yards.
I feel like the Texans are signing like the weirdest people.
They are. And Tyrod Taylor. I'm surprised they gave him $12 million. He might not even be a guaranteed starter. They might still have Deshaun Watson because of all these sexual allegations.
Deshaun Watson's not going to play for them. I think
he might have to.
Yeah.
because of those because like a third lady came out with another like sexual assault.
Oh, there's no. It's been 10. It's been 10 now.
It's been 10. Yeah, I feel like this would be sad if it's true, but it definitely has brought down his trade stock. So like,
yeah,
and the Texans want to keep him in general, so he might have to play for Houston next year.
Yeah, so I mean, he'll be a good pickup if whoever trades for him, but you don't know where these allegations are gonna take him. But I just hate how like these football players can do like whatever they want and they'll get like billed out.
Yeah, like the only guy I can think of to mind is Antonio Brown.
Like he should
he should not have been back in the NFL, but like he got so many chances. Finally, he like made the best out of it.
Yeah,
and won a Super Bowl and did well with Tampa Bay in his last 8 games.
And speaking of Antonio Brown, he's still out there for free agency, which I bet you he'll go with the lowest contract possible.
No.
So he can play with Tom Brady.
I wouldn't say maybe the lowest, but also with incentives.
Yeah, but
Tampa Bay would give him incentives.
But with like he'll be paid a low contract. He'll probably take that contract to play with Brady.
Yeah, I do predict that Tampa Bay will re-sign him again because they like Antonio Brown. They like his production. He's got a close relationship with Tom Brady. And he didn't have a bad year. Like
he played good.
2 games, he played
really good.
Yeah, his first 2 games back in the NFL, he was a little like off and rusty. But after that, like he was playing like a star wide receiver. Like
he showed some flashes of his old self that everyone in Pittsburgh loved.
If he plays 16 games next season for
1,000-yard receiver,
more than 1,000, yeah, maybe even a Pro Bowler too.
I mean, it's gonna be tough though because they have like 2 other top tier receivers.
They are, but I believe Antonio Brown is Tom Brady's number 1 target if he's on the field.
It depends, honestly, for me, because he likes to throw Mike Evans, but Mike Evans is a baby. I do not like Mike Evans at all.
I feel like Mike Evans is Tom Brady's red zone target.
Yeah.
And he only gets like 2 catches a game for like a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns.
I remember one game this season, he got 2 catches, 2 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wasn't that the first game against the Saints at New Orleans?
I think it might have been the second game. Early in the season.
They played the Saints the first.
Yeah, earlier in the NFL season, yeah. I mean, they're still Cowboys picked up a good solid help. Their secondary, Keanu Neal. Solid safety, signed for a 1-year, $5 million deal.
I don't know, but the Cowboys are still the Cowboys.
I mean, they're trying to evolve their defense because their secondary was god awful last year.
Their defense is still bad though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, it's just gonna make them better, make them to a contender. Everyone hoping that they will be.
Maybe they still have Mike McCarthy as the coach, and I don't like him at all in his game plans.
Well, I mean, he had some flashes of a good coach because like he was pissed at the players and the Cowboys for not sticking up for Andy Dalton when he got cranked.
Oh yeah,
because the players just like stood there like saying like, "Oh, hi Andy, have fun."
Yeah, and they had Ben DiNucci.
Oh, the GOAT.
He didn't do anything.
Dude,
that guy sucked.
And another reason why the Giants are contenders, they signed the GOAT himself, Mike Lennon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Super Bowl champions right there.
They're a dynasty. That duo between Ingram's dropping ability and
he does drop a lot of passes.
Mike Lennon's throwing ability, straight contenders.
Mike Lennon was okay on the Jags this year.
I mean,
who cares about Mike Lennon? Seriously though.
Yeah, that's true.
I do want to talk about AJ Green though. Him signing with the Cardinals.
He wants a Super Bowl. He wants a Super Bowl so badly.
Yeah, but they're not getting a Super Bowl.
Playoffs.
I feel like he makes the Cardinals a tad better. But Green hasn't been, they know Green's not as good as he used to be. He hasn't been selected to a Pro Bowl since 2017. And he only got 1,078 yards that season. So he was probably an alternate. You know how the starters like opt out and then they get their alternates. He was probably like the third alternate, 4th. He played 16 games this year, but he only got 523 yards. 32.7 yards per game was his average.
I mean, good. he also was with a new quarterback and
with Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow was giving him the targets. I know Mikey likes his Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
AJ Green got 104 targets and he caught 47 catches. That's a 45.2% catch.
But he had percentage. 2 other solid receivers that he had to tag along with too.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins.
Yeah, but 45.2% is pretty bad.
Yeah, that
Juju
is really bad.
Smith-Schuster is 75.8. Keenan Allen 68%.
Keenan Allen's
Hill 64.4.
Keenan Allen's
Tyler
really
Boyd
good.
71.8.
Exactly. Tyler Boyd is a rising star. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins are really good.
So the receivers I said aren't like they're like one of the best in the leagues. And AJ Green, I'm putting him at that top level. He's like way below average for catch percentage when he gets his targets and catches.
Yeah, I mean, but I think Larry Fitzgerald
last.
is a free agent. I don't know what I was reading, but I think I read something that said Larry Fitzgerald was a free agent for the first time in his career.
It was.
But I don't think they'll do that to him. Do that dirty.
All right, real quick, I just want to talk about Juju Smith-Schuster, how he re-signed with Pittsburgh 1 year up to $8 million.
I'm
happy about that.
But he had offers from the Chiefs for like I think a little bit more money plus incentives.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised he didn't jump on that deal.
Well, because he loves Pittsburgh.
Exactly. He loves
his teammates.
He loves his teammates a lot. Like he cares about his teammates. But I mean that's a show that he's not really in it for the money.
He kind of is, kind of isn't. He still got paid.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying like, as in, like he didn't take the money and play for that Super Bowl contender. He like took the money, but he wants to stick with his team. He took less money, so he can stick with his teammates that he likes playing with. But he's trying to play for next year because next year it's like the whole salary cap's gonna be like a lot.
And Pittsburgh wants to really see if he can like produce as well as
at the high level that
he had Antonio Brown. Juju, I still think he's playing at a high level. He's just not a number 1 receiver. We all know he's a number 2 receiver, and Pittsburgh still needs to add maybe another guy. Because Claypool, his catching percentage was like 56%.
It's better than Deontay Johnson, most drops.
Yeah, those guys dropped a lot of passes, which was really bad. Bad for Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh, like all their older defensive linemen are getting old. How old is Cameron Hayward now?
I want to say 32. He's in his 30s.
He's getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Juju. I mean, the Chiefs would have been all because since Sammy Watkins is going, Juju would help made the Chiefs better in the receiving core, I guess.
I did not hear about that. Sammy Watkins is being released?
Well, he hasn't been re-signed yet.
Oh, he hasn't been re-signed. Oh, so his contract's up. I totally forgot about that.
His contract's up. Just the Chiefs hasn't re-signed him yet.
Okay. They're probably not going to because of his injury history.
Injury history, and plus, I think they're probably trying to save cap for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, yeah. But they also restructured his contract, Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah.
So they would get more cap because they're getting those offensive linemen back. Trying to get more offensive linemen back.
They got Joe.
They released those 2 guys.
And a lot of teams should look at Mitchell Schwartz. He was an All-Pro.
Yeah.
I think he's a 3-time All-Pro.
I don't know for sure, but he is a Pro Bowler, and he is really good. He had a really good season last year.
Yeah, I don't know why teams aren't jumping on them.
I don't know. Maybe they just can't afford it, and they're just distracted, and they want to pick like offensive guys, like receivers and running backs and quarterbacks.
Like teams like the Jets, teams like the Dolphins, or the Jaguars should pick. They have the money.
The Bengals,
especially
the Bengals keep letting left tackles, right tackles, guards, like good starters keep going away. So Joe Burrow's going to get sacked even more.
I know. So they should pick up Mitchell Schwartz. He hasn't really got injured, not really at all. Put him in the offensive line. Pick up Penei Sewell with the 4th pick in the draft, and he'll be a great mentor for him because they're both play offensive left. They're both tackles.
Yeah.
He'll be a great mentor and and I can build an offensive line up.
Yeah, you can. You can build. He would help
off those two
their
players.
offensive line much better. Yeah. What's it called? So this is a little random. We were talking about the Bears earlier. Let's go a little bit back to the Bears on how they were trying to trade for Russell Wilson. You know what they offered? They offered 3 first-round picks, a third rounder, and 2 starters. I think those 2 starters was Kyle Fuller, the guy they just released, and Akeem Hicks, which they were going to trade. They were talking about they were going to trade, but now they're going to keep him. And Seattle said no. The GM was like, he didn't know about it, so he went to Pete Carroll. And Pete Carroll was like, nah, I want Russell Wilson. I could see why. He still wants to go after it. He still thinks Seattle has a chance to win a Super Bowl, and he loves Russell Wilson. He's played with Russell Wilson his whole entire career. Russell Wilson's played with Pete Carroll his whole career. And I think it was pretty smart from Seattle because if they do this, they're a rebuilding team. They have to get a whole new quarterback now. But I still think they should draft or sign offensive tackles and guards to protect
Mitchell Schwartz.
Yeah, Mitchell Schwartz. We're preaching for him.
I know this man. We need to get this man on the show.
Yeah, for free, or $10. Is there any other free agency news? I think I had.
Not really. Deshaun Jackson, but he's not himself anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna probably get injured again. He's really old. Isn't he 34? He's up there.
I don't know, but he still runs fast.
He played in the NFL in 2009.
He played for the Eagles, Tampa, Redskins.
Yeah, but he's old. He's been like 2009.
He's old. Yeah, I know. He played when Vic was on the team.
Yeah. And last year he's got hurt. And the year before that, he got hurt again.
No, I remember he got wrecked. But it was the punt return. He got cranked.
This year?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, I forgot what game it was, but I remember him just getting destroyed.
Yeah. But I remember last year, these people in the back. But I remember last year, Deshaun Jackson, he had a really good game week 1. And then the next game, he had 1 catch and he tweaked his hamstring.
I know. I had Deshaun Jackson.
For fantasy?
In fantasy.
Yeah, I picked him up after week 1. And
I had him week 1 starting, and then he just stopped working.
Yeah. That sucks, though. These people.
All
right. Any more free agency news?
I don't have any. Oh, and also, our giveaway. Once we hit 100 subscribers, all you have to do is share the post, like the video, comment on this post, on the most recent post, and just go our videos, and you'll win a $20 gift card of your choice and a T-shirt of the QZ show.
Yeah, and it's as simple as like like each thing you do is kind of like a point in that sense, and at one of these videos, once we hit the 100, we'll make a video and we'll do like a spin wheel thing. So as many things you do, really, it just adds for another token. Like like a video, we'll see it, we'll put your name down. If you comment, we'll put your name down. You subscribe, you put your name down. Simple as that. But you have to make sure that you comment stating what you've done, so then we can make sure that you are, I guess, rewarded for what you've done, and we can put your name down as many times as you've done certain things. So yeah, just make sure you let us know, and then once we hit 100, just keep an eye out for the video, and then we'll try and reach out to you.
For sure. I'm excited for that winner, and I'm excited to get 100 subscribers. We will eventually get there, though. I know.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for the show today. Make sure to subscribe, share the video, watch some more QZ show. I know you guys don't have anything going on. You guys love our show. Keep watching it. I'm your host, as always, Quinn Peplo, alongside with Mateo Zavala.
Peace out. Have a good night.
Michael Pentesta. Keep watching the show.